Hey everybody, my name is Bill Lee, and this is LISD podcast number 4. Welcome. We have a very special guest today. We have Dr. Annie Rivera from our language department, and I'm going to tell you about her position. LISD's World Language Department is headed by Dr. Annie Rivera. She has been with LISD for over 10 years now, and she speaks 3 languages fluently. She is the current president of the Texas Association for Language Supervision. Is that right?
Yes, that's
okay.
Good.
And Dr. Annie I call her Dr. Annie, by the way. It's Dr. Annie Rivera, but she lets me call her Dr. Annie. Dr. Rivera was named District Foreign Language Supervisor of the Year. And just recently, she was nominated for the prestigious LISD District Administrator of the Year. Congratulations on that one.
Thank you very much.
So before we get started, as you know, the reason we do these podcasts is we want to bring to you every month something that sets LISD apart from everybody else. And you're going to see that today in what we talk about with these world languages. But before we get started, you know we wouldn't be a legit podcast without sponsors. So take a look at our sponsors for this month's show.
BOE Texas got us alone.
Hello, this is Sean and Marcus with Bank of England Mortgage for your LISD podcast series.
Hey, Marcus.
What's up, Shawnee?
I got a question for you.
No.
What do I do if I'm looking to buy a house?
Call us.
Or
get online at boetexas.com. And if you're in the LISD family, you go to boetexas.com/LISD. There's
Okay.
new things you don't know about.
But
if
what
you
about-
want to find out about buying a home, you've never done it before, you need to call us. There's things that we need to prepare you for.
What if I want to buy an investment property?
You need to call us and find out what you need to do in order to be prepared to purchase an investment property.
Ooh, this is cool. All right, LISD family, check it out. Sean and Marcus, we went to Marcus High School, graduated in the late 90s. We're not going to put our age on there, but we're here to help.
We are LISD family as well. We're here to give back. We give you employee benefits that you've never even thought of before. It's crazy.
Ooh,
Come check it out.
All right, talk to you soon.
boetexas.com/LISD.
We call BOE Texas, 'cause BOE Texas gets us.
So welcome back. Thank you so much, Dr. Annie, for being with us today.
It's a pleasure to be here, Mr. Bill. Thanks for having me.
We just really appreciate it. I had the honor of interviewing Dr. Annie for just kind of a one-on-one video interview that we did a few months ago. And I love to do that, especially knowing down the road that we're going to do a podcast, because it just really, I learned so much. I mean, and that's boy, you're talking about things that really set us apart from everybody else. And we're gonna hear about a lot of these things right now. So to get us started, let's start just right off the top and tell us a little bit about these language programs that you've created that are offered at LISD.
Well, I am very proud of all of our language programs in LISD. I feel that we have top-notch programs, and we have programs that are not paralleled by many of the districts out there. And so, for example, we have a program that begins in elementary school called the Spanish Immersion Program. That's one of 2 that I know of in the Metroplex. And then we have a specialized middle school program called the Advanced Spanish Language Program, which is especially designed for those who are coming out of that special elementary immersion program, along with those who test into our program at middle school levels who already come with a significant background in Spanish particularly. We also have, between our middle school and our high schools, lots of opportunities and entry points to learn a world language. So we have Latin, our classical language. We have visual languages with ASL, American Sign Language. We have Spanish, French, German, Japanese. So I feel that we offer many opportunities to learn a language. And in addition to that, we offer specialized summer opportunities. And so this continuous opportunity that students have to be exposed to a language, learn a language, and continue on with the maintenance and growth of that language, I believe is truly unparalleled in our area.
I think you're right. And, you know, people use the word immersion a lot. Okay.
Yes.
And I know what the definition of immersion is. Okay. Sure. I think I do. But when you're dealing with a language, Am I right by saying that that is probably the best way to learn a new language? I mean, when we use the word and when you use the word immersion, are you talking about being in an environment basically that, let's say it's Spanish immersion, that there's no other choice? Is that really what immersion means? That you don't have a choice? You're thrown in there and you got to sink or swim.
Yeah. So
no pun intended. Immersion.
So yes. So immersion, of course, is going to be a very effective strategy to use in an environment in which you are just really challenged to understand a language and to really get your meaning across. And so in that way, it really does challenge the learner. I would say I'd put a little clarifier to that in terms of our teachers and our staff members are really equipped and are well trained, and they know how to make an environment in which the student wouldn't necessarily sink, right? They're going to keep swimming. And so they're using specific instructional strategies. We have a program structure which enables the students to be in an environment where they can be successful in a language environment. And of course, we've graduated many kids in that situation. So it is an effective way. Absolutely. Our research shows that, of course, the early ages are a great time to learn a language. And so I think we've really hit that mark by offering language immersion programs at an early age. And then, of course, as I said before, the continued opportunity to continue exploring, engaging in language learning throughout middle school and high school. Again, that sequence is just unparalleled.
I have some family members that did immersion type things, and they literally tell me that, they said, Bill, by the time I came back, I mean, I was basically fluent, I mean, just because they were just kind of thrown in there and they had to know, they had to be able to communicate. So let me ask you this. I know that our programs are spread out between really elementary, middle school, and high schools, right?
Yes.
So tell us within LISD how that works and where they can start. And I also know that there's advanced programs even available in middle school.
Yes.
Which did not exist, of course, when my kids were in school. So tell us about how that all spreads out and how they get started and how it all ends up.
Sure. So many of the research that is out there, whether it be from our U.S. Department of Education, whether it be from the U.S. Department of Defense, whether it be from the Committee for Economic Development, National Research Council, those are all large organizations that are urging us in K-12 education and our K-12 pipeline to produce citizens who are multilingual, community members who are culturally aware. They really stress the importance of cultural competency, cultural proficiency, and that's what our classes do. That is exactly what our programs do. So this is a national need. In addition to, of course, we have personal reasons why we may want to engage in learning another language, whether it be due to connection with family members, whether it be because you met a new friend and you want to develop another relationship or friendship with a person. So essentially in LISD, we do offer elementary language programs in every feeder, in every high school feeder of the district. So if that's something that you're looking for, I encourage you to reach out to us at www.lisd.net/language, and then you'll see some options to navigate into the right location for you. So we do offer it all across the district. Then after you finish your 5th grade year and we're ready to transition into middle school, we also offer what you referred to as the Middle School Advanced Spanish Language Program, which is the next step in that continued sequence. And that is also offered at least in one location in every high school feeder. So again, very accessible, available throughout the district. In addition to that, if you are not a part of that sequence, but you want to start in middle school, we do offer Spanish level, starting with level 1 in your middle school, and all of our middle schools will offer that course, levels 1 and then going into 2. And then from there, you've got high school options. So in the state of Texas, we currently require 2 credits of world languages for high school graduation under our current plan. And so many of our students, what they do after they acquire their 2 credits, let's say of Spanish, which they had more options for in elementary and middle school, then they'll explore another language. Like I said, we offer French, German, Latin, American Sign Language, Japanese. And so again, those are available in our high school. So the language is going to depend on which high school you go to, but for the most part, the majority of those languages are offered.
I was just going to ask you that. So overall, we offer how many different languages?
So Spanish, French, German, Latin, American Sign Language, and Japanese.
And you speak all those, right?
I can say at least a couple of words in each one of them, but yes, for right now, it's my 3 languages, and I'm desperately working on my 4th language. So I'm telling you, Mr. Bill, it is not too late.
It's never too late,
It is
even
never
for
too
somebody
late.
like me.
It's
Well, you know what?
never
I'm
too
going to hold off on the Japanese and the French. Maybe I do need to do the Spanish first. So
Okay.
I need to do that first. So we'll start with that one.
We will start with that whenever
We'll
you're
start
ready.
with that one. So, I know I was going to ask you this later on, but let's do it now. What advice do you have for people that, regardless, like you say, it's never too late to get involved and to learn another language? And then how would you do it? What's the best way?
So if we're talking about children, I would definitely explore what kind of language opportunities there are in the district. And so again, we have a lot of different opportunities here for children in elementary schools and lots of choices. And so that's definitely one that I think not all community members are aware of. And so we want to definitely put that out there and allow families to explore that option, and we encourage them to do so. So that's definitely one. There are some times where you have a situation where they would have loved for their children to learn a language at an early age. Perhaps the particular area in which they went to school was not offering a program as such. Again, there are other entry points into that language acquisition process, which is why I say it's never too late to learn a language. But in our middle school programs, again, we do have another way for students to test into the program. And so, again, I would also explore what avenues are there at that age, the pre-adolescent age going into the adolescent phase. And then, again, at the high school level. So being really informed of what those language learning opportunities are, I think, is one large step.
Now, I understand that because of our language program, that specific families or they have moved into this area specifically because LISD offers these type programs. Is that right?
That is correct, Mr. Bill. Every year we do enrollment for entry into our kinder and first grade classes at our Spanish immersion campuses, and we always get emails and communication from the families inquiring about information, and so I can track those email communications and phone calls that we receive, and many, many families have come in from other states and from other areas specifically looking to purchase a home or to move into a zone where we offer one of those elementary programs. And so that is absolutely true. And I've also received those same types of emails and inquiries at the middle school level, because middle school is so rare that we offer a continued sequence at that level, because it's quite an investment of resources and commitment that we have to that continued trajectory. And so that is something that we have very special here in LISD. In addition to that, I mentioned earlier summer opportunities. So that combination of having summer opportunities, the opportunity to continue to be exposed in Spanish over the summer, both at our elementary and middle school levels, and then again, the sequence from elementary all the way through high school is just a combination that is really unparalleled.
And speaking of the summer thing, before I forget, tell us just real briefly about this study abroad program that's getting ready to start. Is it going to be your very first one ever done?
So this is the first one that's going to come to fruition this summer. I'm very, very excited about it. We have partnered with another organization, the largest nonprofit organization for study abroad, in order to customize a program specifically and exclusively for our Lewisville ISD students who have successfully completed the 8th grade year of that middle school advanced Spanish language program. So it is an opt-in program. Again, it is just an opportunity for them to continue their motivation, and just to kind of put a capstone on this is what I've invested myself in for 9 years, some of them 10 years if they started in pre-K. So this particular opportunity is going to take them to Costa Rica. They are going to be in the middle of a tropical rainforest type of environment in which they are going to have a STEM immersion opportunity for 2 weeks. So all in Spanish. They're really going to put their Spanish to use in that authentic environment based on a local STEM immersion curriculum. So that's the piece that I'm really engaging in, is liaisoning between that organization to ensure that what we've customized in terms of the curriculum and programmatic nature of that opportunity really fits the needs of our students and where our students are linguistically. They're going to do things like sustainability and farming, really eating off of the tables from what they've cropped or farmed from their local sources there, and really learn about the science behind and the ecosystems behind where they're living. And so that's going to be a very exciting opportunity for them for 2 weeks.
So I just need to sign up, like, to be a counselor or something on that. That right?
Well,
to go on that trip,
we need
because
to first work on your Spanish, and then.
But I was hoping that I
yes.
could go and then I could learn Spanish while I'm there.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
that's
Well,
the immersion program.
That's true. That's also
Right.
That's also
Right.
an opportunity.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
You are always
well,
welcome.
thank you very much. Well, there you hear it. There you have it, folks. Just another of the long laundry list of things that is so awesome about LISD and all the things that set us apart. How does somebody contact you about more information on our language programs? What should they do?
We love to hear from our community members, and so we have a website, www.lisd.net/language. That's one avenue to learn more information. We are currently enrolling and taking applications for our 2022-2023 school year to participate in the Spanish Immersion Program. Our inbox for Spanish Immersion is SpanishImmersion@lisd.net. And for our secondary world language programs, SEC, which is SEC, worldlang@lisd.net.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming out today. I know your schedule
you.
is crazy. We really, really appreciate it. That's some great information to hear.
I loved every minute sharing about that information. So thank you so much for having me.
So you're going to come back. Come back after the abroad trip so we can hear how that went.
Oh, yes, I'd love to.
We'll have you back on that.
I'd love
And thank you guys once again for sticking with us and watching this particular podcast. As I said, this is number 4. I'd like to thank our crew. Remember, this is a complete student-run organization that we do out here at Tech West, and we really appreciate all of them. You'll see all their names in the credits here. So until next time, from all of us here at LISD, and also I want to plug podcast number 5, which is coming up next, and hopefully we're going to have the new LISD superintendent, Dr. Lori Rapp, will be with us. So until then, from all of us here at LISD, have a great day.